Bam! Little guy racing parts. Look at what we got here. So we've got some of the new Swamp Kings, new-ish. They've been out a little bit. And then the Trenchers. Trench Kings are looking cool for sure. We're going to open these guys up. I'll make sure to put links to these in the description below to the little guy racing site. You can also do that. Scan that guy there. Bam, bam. Take you straight there. They got all kinds of cool stuff. If you don't know about LGRP, you are missing out. They make Ripper chassis. Not the Mias Ripper chassis. They had the Ripper chassis first. It's a different style, though. And a couple other chassis. And they got the Super 8s. I'm sure you've heard about Super 8s. They are the extra wide axles that a lot of people run on the higher class comp rigs. We need to get a set of those. We haven't had a chance yet, but we will at some point get a set. I believe they make them in plastic or like a 3D print, and they might make them in aluminum. I'm not 100%, but a lot of serious guys run the plastic, which is something that like the Injora Plus 4s don't come in. They are only aluminum. A lot of those guys like the plastic because it slides better on rocks. So anyway, yeah, these compounds feel really good. I'm super excited to try these. We're going to try, I don't know what we're going to put them on yet. Hold on. We did just rip the tires off this guy, so we're probably going to throw some on here. Is this what we want? Do we want to run the trenchers on this guy first? They're so tall, so tall. That's okay. It's a good thing. This is our class 3 rig. We're going to do a separate video on this, so make sure you like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and then you'll know when the new videos go up. 3Flow 9RC skid going on. I'm trying to keep this as basic as possible, though. This is like super stock. Not super stock, but like it's very stock with just a couple modifications, running battery and ESC on axle. Anyway, we'll talk about that more. So make sure you do that subscription and bell thing. And yeah, we got tons of cool videos coming. Anyway, these guys here, we need to get some Flub RCs up in here. I might have a set. Let's look. All right, we got our box of Flubs. I don't think we're going to have it. These are all for small tires, SB1s, some TV2s, and these are TV22s. Where's the other set? We're missing a set. Some fenders. We still got to get this stuff in. Man, so many projects to do. Unfortunately, it looks like we are out of flubs for these sizes here. So we're gonna have to get some slime balls for these guys for sure. And yeah, we'll run them with the foams they come with. Should be good though. I think these are still going to be pretty good with just foams. So let's get them mounted up. All right, we got them all mounted up. We're going to run them this way. You know, the whole your tire is backwards thing. I think, I guess sometimes, you know, tires do perform much better in a specific direction. Obviously they're directional. But I've noticed that, you know, sometimes they run great in the opposite direction. Sometimes they just grab better going in reverse. So, you know, sometimes people do that on purpose. Just throwing that out there. Sometimes people do run their tires backwards on purpose. I know that some of them, like the mudslingers and stuff like that, they're designed to kind of fling the dirt and mud off and be self-cleaning in a certain direction. So I guess in that regard, you kind of want to run them the proper direction. But generally speaking, I think as long as you're consistent and it's working for you, then run them how you want to run them. Anyway, we're also going to vent these guys. We're going to use a soldering iron, and we're running it with a super sharp tip. So it basically just pokes right through anyway. But what I like to do is just kind of do 4 all the way around, and I do it between the lugs. Let's see if I can show you this very well. Just a quick little poke, and then a quick little poke, and then a quick little poke, and one more. If they don't seem like they're venting with that, we'll add some more. The issue with the hot soldering iron is that it can seal back up. Took a couple extra little holes. We try not to go too deep because the foams are underneath there, but just kind of poke it in a little bit and get the hole opened up just a little. I also don't have this all the way up. We could probably turn it up a little bit here. Let's see. Get it. Let's crank it. I've also used something like a drill bit, and you can just kind of drill into it. The concern I have with using the drill bit is that it ends up doing like tears, and you could end up having issues where it starts to tear. I haven't had that yet, but I could see how that could be an issue because you're really kind of just tearing it. Whereas when you're using heat, it's kind of making a cauterized cavity, right? And so that will help prevent it from just tearing. Yeah, we weren't hot enough. Now we're a little hotter. Should work a little better. All right. And the reason that some people will vent the wheels, some people will vent the sidewalls. The reason that I like to vent the in between the lugs is because it helps pull dirt and water out of the tire. If dirt and water gets inside through the holes in your wheels or through your sidewalls, the dirt and water is really just going to stay in there, right? Whereas if you do it kind of on the face in between your lugs, centrifugal force will kind of help keep it out or pull it out. So a lot of the guys like to vent in between the lugs. I feel like we need one more. Maybe we'll just make it a little, we'll just redo them, make them a little bigger. All right. Now, if you were running slime balls from Flub RC in here or any kind of printed insert, you would probably want to vent the tires before you put the insert in. That way you don't damage the inserts with if you're doing a soldering iron, or even if you're just poking the holes. Probably a better idea to vent it beforehand. Now, just because these are just regular foams, I'm not overly worried about it, especially if we're going to end up replacing them with some Flub RC slime balls. And we're just kind of going through the holes we already put, just to kind of make sure they're a little open, because like I said, they'll melt themselves shut sometimes. All right, anyway, we're going to get these guys put back on the rig. I think we're good. Kablam! So we got these guys on here. We're going to try to run them on our next comp night, and I will show you that video here in just a second through the magic of editing. I'm digging them. Now we got to figure out what we're going to put these guys on. I think we're going to throw them on a set of Mias wheels here, and they got the brass inner rings, so we're going to do that up real quick. Man, I love that chrome Mias sticker. So cool. Yeah, these guys also come with these spacers, so you can put them in to your hex and get some wheel extension with the barrel nuts. Pretty sweet. I forgot about that. Remember, guys, when you're tightening down your bead locks, regardless of the type of bead lock and how your screws go in, you want to do it just like a real car and start here. Don't go all the way in and then cross over and then put another one and basically make a cross and then tighten them all down with your final tightening in a circle. That just basically ensures that the hub or the face and the rear all kind of go in together at the same time. They all kind of get pressed in nice and together, versus if you go all the way tight on one side, you could end up canting it a little bit. When you try to put the next screw in, it could be at an angle and you could cross thread it or cause a screw to break. Again, it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Most people know, but for all the new guys that are out there, make sure you do it that way. We have a lot of new people checking out our channel, so we just want to make sure we kind of cover the basics as well as we're doing this stuff. This guy here is also awesome. We got a link in our description. It's a little electric screwdriver. I think it's like 25 bucks. We don't use this to screw it all the way in, just to get them kind of started. We always make sure we reverse first, feel the click, and then let it drop in. That way we know we're not going to cross thread. Just kind of do a little reverse. You'll feel it click forward, and then you can go in. And we don't go all the way tight with it, just because you don't want to strip anything or break any screws. We love using this to disassemble bead locks. Makes real quick, easy work, and well worth the money. Probably quickly becoming one of my kind of favorite oddball tools. It's also got a light. Bing, bing. Let there be light. So, pretty cool. It's got a bunch of bits that came with it. I know this is not a video about this little electric screwdriver, but definitely cool, definitely worth checking out. Definitely a huge help when you're doing wheels with a ton of screws. All right, we'll be back when we get this done. We're going to figure out what truck we're going to put these new wheels and tires on. Yeah, we really need some flubs for this. I feel like these guys kind of don't have quite as stiff of a sidewall as the trenchers. And they're kind of more rounded, so that's probably part of it. They're looking awesome, though. So I guess we'll throw them on this guy. We were running these Max Smasher kind of monster trucky tires. They're pretty small for monster truck tires, you know, compared to the Enjoras and the Mofos and the Pro lines. These are the smallest of all the monster truck tires. I thought they looked pretty cool on here, but they're not the best rock crawling tires. They actually perform pretty well, but they're not, you know, they're not going to be these guys, right? So we're going to pop these off. We're going to throw these on. Be a little bit more appropriate for a rock crawler buggy. By the way, you can check this video out right over here. This is the Dinky RC Apex 1. It's a pretty sweet little truck. So yeah, we're going to throw them on here, and should be good. Bam. I'm digging it. Pretty aggressive, but I bet you this thing will get some lines it couldn't get before. Definitely digging it. There's also, you know, the brass rings, so that'll help compared to these. These are pretty light, actually. So they're plastic, no weight to them at all. Whereas these are, you know, metal with brass rings. So definitely will do better. don't think you can go wrong with either set of these tires. They're both awesome. A lot of that is just my lack of driver skill, but yeah. Also, they're new and they take a little bit of time to break in. They get better as you break them in. Usually, I expect these to be the same. We also have really slick rocks. I mean, that you saw how quick they got dusty. So it's really meant for 10 scale. That course is. So these guys were hanging pretty well. Again, a lot of it was lack of skill in my driving, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But yeah, both the Trench Kings and the Swamp Kings, awesome, 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 awesome. I'd definitely say if you're looking for some taller tires, again, the Swamp Kings are the 64s and the Trench Kings are 63.5s. But yeah, I think they are the king of the larger tires right now. So definitely worth checking out, guys. All right, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, do all those things you do at the end of the videos that you like, and share this information with anybody interested in the new Little Guy Racing Products tires so they can see what you guys just saw. All right, guys, get out there, build something awesome, smash them, crash them, and bash them, but don't break the expensive parts.